So, what is dog reactivity? It's a phrase that gets thrown around a lot in the dog trainer universe, and it's kind of confusing for normal folk because so many people have different interpretations of what dog reactivity is. So, today I'm going to be answering this question with two different perspectives. One will be the scientific, empirical perspective of what dog reactivity is, and the other is going to be more of the connotative perspective about how people usually use this phrase in the dog training universe. Coming up. What's up, guys? It's Jenna with Dog Liaison, where I coach you on how to enhance your dog's mental health needs. And on this channel, we break down scientific research in order to inform and educate us on how to train dogs. So if you're interested in a nerdy approach to canine cognition, make sure to hit that subscribe button. Now, I'm a professional dog trainer, but when I first started working with dogs and dog behavior, even I got confused with what dog reactivity is. Plus, this video was actually inspired by one of my followers on Instagram who DM'd me with this question. It's a perfectly understandable question because so many people use it in so many different terms. But as I started doing my research, I found that there's really a very empirical, scientific perspective on what dog reactivity is. And then there's sort of the lingo or the connotation and how it's used within the dog training universe. From a scientific viewpoint, a reactive dog is a dog that reacts to a stimulus. So by that interpretation, from a scientific viewpoint, if you have a dog at home who's living and breathing and reacts to a sound or a sight or a sensation or something, you have a reactive dog. And so from a scientific viewpoint, a reactive dog is a dog that is alive. Everybody has a reactive dog. However, from a dog training universe, from the dog training perspective, it's a little bit different. In fact, in the dog training universe, everybody sort of has their own interpretation on what dog reactivity is. So I'm going to give you mine, which seems to be a pretty general consensus of what dog reactivity is. But I'm curious if after you've listened to mine, you've heard a different definition of what dog reactivity is from a different trainer with a different opinion. Tell me in the comments what you've heard. I'm curious to hear the different perspectives. From my personal definition, I categorize reactivity and dog reactivity in two different sections. One would be the dog that is overreacting to a stimulus or reacting disproportionately to an event. So if you have a dog that is lunging, pulling, barking at a dog who's just walking by, living their own life, your dog is reactive. If you have a dog who hides underneath the table every single time you have a guest come over, that's a reactive dog. If you have a dog who pees himself when he's so excited to see you and he just gets so overwhelmed with glee that he tinkles, that's also reactivity. So reactivity could be regardless of emotion. You could literally just have a dog that is so happy and so overwhelmed with joy that they are lunging and pulling and barking and therefore reactive. Another definition that I use to define reactivity is when you have a dog that is lunging and pulling and barking, but does not have the intent to do harm. So there is a fine line between reactivity and aggressiveness, and that line is kind of different depending on who you're speaking to. But for me, I feel like there's definitely an emotion switch when we're talking about a dog that has the intent to do harm versus a dog that either accidentally air nips and maybe scrapes up your arm, or a dog who is, just frustrated and confused and needs information, but isn't trying to be quote unquote aggressive, so to speak. All that said, regardless of what fancy label you want to give your dog's behavior, if they are demonstrating anxiety or fear or overwhelmed distress, frustration, if it's getting to that point, then that's a dog that needs your help. That is a dog that is looking for some sort of development, mental and behavioral development. And you have the power to make that happen. You just have to become willing to make it happen. If you're interested in my signature program, the Recovering Rover program, this is exactly what this program is designed to do. It is designed to coach you on how to help your dog's mental health. It is designed to coach you to help your dog recover from an anxiety disorder. So if you're interested, you can go to getacalmdog.com, or you can check out the description box below for a bunch of resources. If you enjoyed this video and you think it was helpful and other people should see it, make sure you do me a favor and smash that like button, because it helps me in the YouTube algorithm. And if you want more information on free content on how to help your reactive dog, then I recommend you check out this playlist that I've created and consider subscribing, because all I do on this channel is focus on enriching your dog's mental health and treating your dog's behavior. So if you're interested, make sure to hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you guys next time.